Warning, this video contains spoilers to Donnie Darko. Hey everybody, it's Dallin, and guess what? A while ago, I was hiking and this rabbit told me that the world was gonna end in 28 days. This happened 27 days ago, so instead of doing something about it, how about I talk about Donnie Darko instead? Donnie Darko was released on October 26, 2001, directed by Richard Kelly and starred Jake Gyllenhaal. Now, without further ado, let's take a deep dive into Donnie Darko. Donnie Darko. I actually just watched this for the first time recently, and I quite liked it. At first, it seems like a completely normal story about a teenager in the 80s, but then Donnie starts seeing a creepy rabbit on his front lawn named Frank, who tells him that the world is going to end in 28 days. Apparently, a jet engine fell from the sky onto Donnie's room, and since Frank saved Donnie, Donnie listens to what Frank says. Frank asks Donnie if he believes in time travel, so he goes to his science teacher and he hands him a book called The Philosophy of Time Travel, written by Roberta Sparrow, an old lady which Donnie's friends have nicknamed Grandma Death. So, he starts reading it, learns a lot about time travel, meets a girl named Gretchen Ross, floods the school, sets fire to a house, throws a party, Frank runs over Gretchen, Donnie shoots Frank, then he sends the jet engine through a vortex into the past to kill himself and save the world. Yes, I am just as confused as you are, and this movie is known to be very confusing, and you probably would have to watch it a couple times to even understand what is happening. So, how about I explain some things in this segment, Donnie Darko Explained. So, to begin our explanation, we must start at the very beginning on October 2nd, 1988, the day when the jet engine falls and Donnie first meets Frank. On that day, a time travel anomaly occurred. Frank led Donnie out of his room in order to save him from being crushed by the jet engine, causing what is called a tangent universe to be born. A tangent universe is an alternate reality that branches off of the primary universe as a result of a time travel anomaly. It is also very unstable, and it will create a black hole and destroy itself in 4 weeks after being born. But why did Frank go to Donnie? Well, Donnie has been chosen to be the living receiver. The living receiver is someone who must guide what is known as an artifact, that being the jet engine, back into the primary universe via a wormhole, or else the tangent universe will destroy everything. The living receiver, Donnie, is also given special powers, such as being able to see liquid spheres, which reveal a person's future path, increased strength, telekinesis, mind control, and being able to manipulate fire and water. The living receiver will also experience hallucinations, like Frank, maybe? There are also two groups of people, those being the manipulated dead and the manipulated living. The manipulated living are people who didn't die in the tangent universe, and the manipulated dead are the people who did die in the tangent universe, like Frank and Gretchen. Since Frank is part of the manipulated dead, it is his job to guide Donnie into restoring the primary universe. Gretchen, on the other hand, her death is what is called the insurance trap. The insurance trap is set up to push Donnie into fulfilling the mission. Gretchen's death makes him shoot Frank, allowing him to become a part of the living dead in the first place. Their deaths motivate Donnie into sending the jet engine into the wormhole and back into the primary universe by using telekinesis to rip off the engine from the plane that his mom and sister were riding on. With this, the tangent universe collapses, and Donnie sacrifices his life to save everyone else's. It's sad, or none of this is real, and Donnie's schizophrenia has been going really off the hook lately, but that's not really that likely. And that was Donnie Darko Explained. And with that out of the way, it is time for my actual review. Let's begin. This movie is very good, but my main problem with it is that it's very confusing, as I've already stated. But in 2004, they made Donnie Darko Director's Cut. It was like Donnie Darko, but from the director's point of view, showing some of the pages from the philosophy of time travel to the viewer, which definitely helped. Personally, I would probably recommend the director's cut to someone who hasn't seen Donnie Darko. But the fact that it's confusing is what some people like about the movie. It gives them a bunch of room to theorize and make their own reasons for everything, and that's pretty cool. And I agree. Sometimes it's fun to not be spoon fed everything and figure stuff out for yourself. But that's really the only complaint I have for this movie. Everything else about it is perfect. The acting is great, and they also casted Jake Gyllenhaal's actual real life sister, Maggie Gyllenhaal, as Donnie's sister. So it's nice they already have that sibling dynamic. The story is fantastic. It's really thought provoking, and it's hilarious and sad at the same time. So it is time for my final rating, and I would give it 4.6 stars. So that about wraps up my review for Donnie Darko, and with all the information I've gotten from this movie, I think I now know how to save the world. Oh boy, I can't wait to go on my hike. Wait, what is that? Aw, man. Well, I guess I'll go watch Donnie Darko instead.